Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy AZ, and today we're watching the biggest lies taught in American schools. And guys, I'm not from America, but I believe that our education system, I'm from Nepal, our education system is very much similar to American schools. We are really heavily, influenced by America. So I think our schooling system taught us the same things that Americans were taught. I'm excited to see. Let's just start.
When we were in school, we took what our teachers said at face value. However, our education system didn't quite tell us the whole story when it comes to academics. Christian Founding Fathers. For many years, people have believed that the founding fathers of the United States were all Christian and that the country was founded on Christian values. That is simply not the case, especially since Ben Franklin and Thomas Jefferson were considered deists, meaning they didn't follow the Bible but knew there was a creator since the world was so well done. Alexander Hamilton became a Christian after his son was killed, which happened long after 1776, and George Washington likely believed that nature was God. And finally, John Adams was a Unitarian, meaning that Jesus was a good person but not God's son.
Huh. Alright. So it's not primarily Christians who founded America.
Thomas Edison. For years, we have thought that Thomas Edison was a mastermind who invented the light bulb and harnessed the power of electricity to bring light into our lives.
We read the same thing. Like Thomas Edison is the one who founded lights, electricity. Not electricity, I think it's light, yeah.
To be honest, Edison actually bought the patent for the incandescent light bulb from another inventor named Heinrich Goebel. Plus, there are about
Okay, this is a new thing.
22 other inventors who were toying with the light bulb invention and
So
working
he's
on
not actually a scientist?
perfecting it. The tongue. For whatever reason, scientists and teachers thought that there were different parts of our tongue that detected different tastes, like sweet, sour, bitter, etc. In reality, our tongue equally detects these different tastes regardless of what they are.
So we have never read that, okay? This is funny. I also know that our taste overall, they have taste buds all over the place, so it does not matter where we actually taste it. But here, look at this. It's funny.
One exception is that we have a protein that detects whether we are eating something sour.
Oh, okay.
Coal and diamonds. For years, science class taught us that diamonds were made from coal that had gone through an immense amount of pressure. But truth be told, diamonds are actually made from vertical shafts full of rocks that are formed by volcanoes. Not to mention that coal is found on the Earth's surface and diamonds are found in the Earth's mantle, and then brought to the surface by volcanic eruptions.
Wow.
Which means that the relationship between diamonds and coal doesn't really make any sense.
I mean, I think we also read the same thing around diamond. It is said that you might find a diamond in search of in the place of coal.
Blue blood. For years, school and old school science told us that our blood was actually blue, and it turned red once it was exposed to oxygen. The defense behind this theory was the fact that our veins appear to be green and blue underneath our skin. But this mistake was made due
We're
to the
not
trick of
taught
the
like
eye
this,
and how the
okay.
eye perceives light. The layers of skin plus refracted light created a blue color for our veins, but we were still bleeding red. The human brain. Schools in Hollywood have had us convinced for some time that we only use about 10% of our brains. It was believed that the only one who channeled the majority of their brain was Albert Einstein, and that this was why he was such a genius. But
Yeah, this was also taught in our school. Like he's the guy with high IQ, and yeah, he had a big brain.
truth be told, neurologist Barry Gordon has revealed that we actually use all parts of our brain, and that most of our brain is active all the time.
Wow, okay.
Sir Isaac Newton.
So what made Einstein genius? I would love to know. If it's not the brain, what is it?
While it is true that Isaac Newton came up with his theory about gravity while watching apples fall, it is unlikely that the fruit ever actually fell on his head.
I mean, it's a story, right? I always thought it was not true. How can a person, sitting under the apple tree and the apple falls, and then he suddenly thinks about why did the apple fall? Well, that was not the story. I always didn't believe
actually
that.
took over 20 years for Newton to come up with his theory of universal gravitation, and he also had help from others. In other words, there was a lot more behind this revolutionary theory besides having an aha moment after an apple fell on his head.
Aha!
Gravity.
This is gravity.
there is still gravity in outer space, it's just in a weaker form. Gravity is actually responsible for keeping our moon in orbit, and those planets and objects that are defying gravity are actually just in a state of free fall.
Okay, so about Thomas Alva Edison, that was a new thing for me. And about Isaac Newton, I already knew that. But the Christian founding fathers, I always thought that, okay, America is actually founded by Christians, so that was interesting thing. And the next thing was the tongue, that really shocked me. Yeah, how can a tongue has different parts to taste? Like, if I can only taste the sweet from this side of the tongue, I would eat from this side if I don't like sweet. Yeah, I mean, I would do that trick. I would, I would check that. I will check that. Okay. And about coal and diamonds. Okay, that was new as well. So let us know what are the other lies that are taught to Americans. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, do hit that like button and subscribe. I'd love to check more out of this. So let me know. Bye.